welcome to Fishbowl Roulette. Fishbowl Roulette is a podcast where we talk about anything and everything, kind of on the cuff, in the raw, in the moment. And we always have a guest, or at least most of the time we have a guest. And today I'm really excited to welcome my friend, Chantelle Becking. Hi.
Hi, I'm glad to be here.
How are you?
Awesome.
Good. So Chantelle is a mother of five, an entrepreneur, diehard entrepreneur, an organ donor, which we may get to touch on that, a badass, and an author.
True.
Did I miss anything?
Oh, my goodness. How deep a dive should we take?
We're going to go pretty deep.
All right.
So before we dive into the fishbowl, so just so you know, Fishbowl Roulette is exactly that. I have these little fishbowls preloaded with topics.
Okay.
Whatever comes out is kind of what we're going to talk about.
Oh, my goodness. Okay. Let's
You
do
get
this.
You get one pass.
Just one.
Yeah, just one. I have yet for
Okay.
anybody to take me up on that. And I really think I want there to be like a pass jar, like something that comes out. All that tells me is that I need to make riskier questions.
Right on. All right, let's do it.
All right, you ready? All right.
I feel like I need to have a sweatband on. Like, really jump in.
Did you wear deodorant?
I don't know if it was
That's a
today
fair
or not.
question. You're a mother of five. I forgot to add mother of five of daughters
That's right.
because you're crazy,
It's insane.
but love them
That's right.
passionately and deeply, which is great.
Mostly.
Okay, so before we dive into the fish bowls, I do want you to just share a little bit about, not just because it's your business, but the thing that I know that you're so passionate about, which is how women and men in a certain age category, but maybe a little bit before and after, really feel vital. Tell me a little bit about how you came into Becking Wellness.
Oh, absolutely. I was married for about 23 years and was a part of a business that my husband at the time had. We help people lose weight. We kind of help them from a mental health standpoint, just with basics. But honestly, I've spent my whole life, I'm 52, so I've spent my whole life as far as my career listening to women. And guess what? Not many people are listening to women.
Oh,
Right
yeah,
on.
right on.
Yeah. So what happens is we head into perimenopause. It's a horrible word, by the way, or menopause. Mostly we're going to our physicians and telling them how we feel. And mostly what we're hearing back is, well, this is how it is. This is the age. This is welcome to blah, blah, blah. And
Welcome to the crone era.
That's right. And my full body wants to call bullshit on that. We're vital. When we're 50, and you may be 40 or you may be 30 listening to this, but if you're 50 years old, you are just getting started.
Amen.
In your greatness. And no one can convince me otherwise. The challenge is most women don't feel great. Most men start to lose their testosterone. They don't feel great. We're losing all these different things that we used to have. And my mission is really just to flip the script on all of that. There is no reason why we cannot live our last half of our lives 10 times more kick-ass than the first half.
Agreed. I think because the confidence is women. So a woman told me this years ago that every decade for women gets better. I was probably like 27 and I was like, I'm pretty close to 30 and that doesn't feel like I'm getting better with every decade. That feels like I should know stuff. And at 56, now can I say I'm genuinely excited to be close to 60? No, it's better than the alternative. But I do believe that because I've seen that.
Yeah.
And I think it's that inside confidence, that magic thing where we stop judging one another and ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
But yet, to your point, things are not working exactly as they used to work. And so now you're balancing that, man, I've got all this greatness inside, and yet the world sees me as whatever.
Right. And the truth really is you can make your life whatever you want. I'm not trying to pull a Tony Robbins on anyone.
Do it.
It's real life.
It
It's
is
real
real
life.
life.
And I'm just a regular girl. But that's what's so awesome. You don't have to be Tony Robbins to inspire someone to get about their lives. And for women, honestly, if we're just speaking super candidly, which I always do, most women, when we hit that 50 mark, and sometimes younger, like sex becomes a thing where we dread it. It's not enjoyable. Some women never enjoyed it in their lives, but the mission that I'm on in a lot of different areas, but certainly when it comes to intimacy, is that women live the last half of their lives in full bliss mode in that area. And men can too, but I really
We'll
believe...
allow them.
We'll allow you
them.
in also. Come on in. That's so true. We love our men. But we really can think differently. And dear Lord, it's time. I'll probably get in so much trouble for this, but I always
can't
am
wait.
getting in trouble. But they literally have created a gummy form of Viagra for men to help with your penises. Bless your hearts, And I love men, so this is not a diss on men. But for women, just to make sure we don't have breast cancer, we still have to put our boobs basically in a vice clamp every year. So if we're looking at what's happening truly, and I'm not getting on a big stance about healthcare and all that because that will bore some people to death, but in reality, for women, we have got to start demanding what we want. And that's what my clinic, that's what it's all about. It's helping women feel amazing the last half of their lives. And we're going to, if you have a male partner, bring him alongside. And let me tell you, he's going to love it too.
Amen. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't really plan to say this, but I go to your clinic and I've known Chantelle. Couldn't even tell you how many years. And I don't even really know how we first met. If I'm being just mutual friends. Maybe Lisa, Sean, who knows? She is in my phone as Cletus Becking, which was a mistake, but also fits her. So I have left it that way.
We'll leave that one to the side.
It's Cletus Becking. I really think that women can be empowered in all aspects of their life. I really believe that our sex drives actually empowers every part of us.
Absolutely.
Our creativity, our vitality, all of the things. And it is ridiculous that the medical care, seemingly at least from where I sit, for women in that world have not really changed.
Not much.
To your point, we got a gummy for, a penis, and yet I have to go between two glasses, like in a not great experience, to know if I have cancer or not.
Right.
That's crazy.
But it's great because we're women and we're powerful and we can change things.
Yeah.
And
agreed.
it's time. Yeah,
Agreed.
so that's what's fun. There's a lot of stuff it's not heavy and dark. It's really fun to think like, oh my gosh, we can do it different. And I love my mom, but my mom raised me. I was Southern Baptist. I'm from Kentucky. You can hear that in my voice most days. And I love, my Kentucky roots, but we were so conservatively raised. I mean, we weren't talking about sex growing up, certainly. And now I'm like, God's got a great sense of humor. I ended up with 5 daughters. My mom had me terrified I was going straight to hell if I had sex in high school, so I didn't, and I always thought that was horrible. And so now here I am all these years later, and I'm like, can I make my kids believe that? How can it's good or healthy, but it would be easier.
Well, it would be, yeah. How can I take this off your plate till you're actually ready? I totally understand that, believe me.
Right.
Just 2 daughters that felt like 5 maybe over
Yeah.
here. So, all right, are you ready to fishbowl it up?
I'm a little scared.
You're
do it.
not scared.
Let's do it.
Okay, so
I might use my pass.
We have three topic bowls. This unmarked is just beliefs. So whatever comes out is what we're going to talk about.
Okay.
We've got hot topics.
Ooh.
Yeah, there might be politics in there. There might be religion.
That's probably one I'll pass on if it's politics.
You can't pass on the whole jar.
Oh, okay.
It's cheating.
Let's just get it.
There's other hot topics. Could be Olympics.
Oh gosh.
I don't think there is.
See how much I don't watch TV. Okay. Let's see what we've got. Hot topics. Am I you reading?
You read it.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Dating apps, helping or hurting a love connection. Listen, my ex-husband's mom, who's a really cool lady, she met her husband on a dating app, and he's adorable and amazing, and he's probably one of my favorite people in the world. So,
what dating app? Shout it out.
I feel like it was eHarmony. It's been a lot of years ago, but I mean, how freaking cool. They found each other. And what happens sometimes is I've never been on a dating app. I'm not saying I wouldn't have. I had a weird kind of deal. Like, I think whenever I went through my divorce, I had been married since I was a kid, and here I was with like 5 kids. And I thought, I will literally never date. And I literally ran into the person that is now my partner several years ago. And him, and he's amazing. Personally, man, I don't know if I could do the dating app. One of my best friends met a guy on a dating app, and she lives in the town I have my business, and he lives in St. Louis, and they have been crazy happy. So I'm going to say helping.
Okay.
Why not?
Yeah, why not? So I was not you and did not run into my partner that I have now, and may or may not have had an interesting dating app season that I like to call the year 2022. I think it's the intention behind why you're on the app in the first place. And I also think eHarmony, since you named that one, like that one was like, I kind of remember doing that a long time ago, and it was like a bazillion questions. Like, it was very science-based. It was very oriented. Unlike and I really hate to call Tinder a dating app because I think we all know it's not a dating app. Although I actually know somebody who did meet their husband on Tinder, and it was
Wow.
not a hookup situation. Um, I agree with you. I think
Okay.
that they help. It was interesting. I had a person who, when she saw I was doing a podcast, was like, "Can I come on and tell all my horror stories about dating?" Which would be a riot because she's
That
used
would
a
be
lot
a
of dating apps. But I understood her point, which is there's so many things that men and women are willing to, and I'm going to use the word send in parentheses. If you've ever been on a dating app, you will likely know that I'm talking about naked pictures that are not your feet.
Ew.
That happens a lot. They don't ask for permission. They just do it. And it is wild.
Okay, I'm so feel like a kid because I'm like I've never been on any of these, and also I don't want to see a picture of a man's penis
Right.
in my inbox.
Yeah. Here's where, like, I got
ever.
this
Even if it's got like a little bow tie or something on it, a little sergeant
Got a
hat, or I
hat.
don't know what
Got a
you guys
little-
are even doing out
like
there.
a-
So Jack,
right.
but
What
I'm
kind of
like,
grooming?
that doesn't sound hot, or I don't know. It's just not my lane.
No, it's not.
No.
I don't. Here's
Ew.
here's where I got to. Then this is why I say it goes to intent. If you really intend to meet somebody and you're looking for a love connection, you're probably not doing that. So
Right.
I think where dating apps can hurt is where, and I hate to pick on my own gender, but I do think it's more women than it is men, but maybe it is men too. They think that that is appropriate and flirting, and this is somebody that's like, they're really into me. They're so into me that they like, I could see, I've had enough conversations where I could see where people, they're so desperate for a love connection that they flip that narrative into, how do I make this random dick pic a positive?
Man,
Seriously.
ew.
Yeah.
There's just so many layers of I'm not sure about this. Like that, just to me, I'm like, oh, it just stresses me out. So I feel like
I mean, I thought I
Could I
could
do
have,
it?
I
Maybe.
2022, I was like, I should probably have saved these and turned it into like a coffee table book.
wow.
Is that bad?
So many women are feeling just like that.
Yes.
So I'm definitely not the expert because I just haven't had that lane. I will say though, on the flip side, so let's say there was no dating app. I don't even know. I can tell you, I have been with my partner for about 5 years. I've been not married for over 6. I don't go to bars or anything, but I've never really been hit on. Never.
Shut up.
I'm dead serious.
Okay, so for my listeners who cannot see her and don't know her, she's drop dead beautiful, and she's personality. She's a great girlfriend. She's a great guy friends, girl, whatever that's called. Like, you've never been hit on.
Not that I know of. I mean,
That's
and I'm not
possible.
oblivious. I'm pretty intuitive about, but I don't go places. So you just think like someone like me, then if you weren't on a dating app and you really don't go to bars,
What do you do?
I don't know.
Yeah, where do
Just
you
have to
meet
run
people?
into someone, or maybe church people, or
Pickleball.
like church or pickleball, or if you're. And I'm not sporty, so I'm like I don't know, but
You're not sporty.
I am not sporty at all. So I would never even wear just to wear the outfit. I wouldn't even go there.
There's no Lululemon hanging in your closet?
No, definitely not.
Okay, me either. Actually, I think I might have one piece that somebody gave me. Anyway, I don't have the whole outfit. Yeah, well, that's dating apps. You're not missing out,
Now that we've solved everyone's dating problems, we can move on to the next topic.
which will be, what should it be?
I'm not going to pick from the hot topics again. Let's go wild card.
Okay.
Wild card. Are these all new every week, or are you just until they're gone?
As I said, I'm piloting during these first like trial things, figuring it out. But yes, these are going to stay stocked. Oh, good. There's a face. What is it?
Oh, okay. What is something you stayed in?
I
for
knew that
too
was
long?
it.
Are they all this?
No.
Is that what every one of them says in here?
Yep, they're all that.
Damn it, woman.
I knew that was it. This is why it's Fishbowl
Ugh.
Roulette, because
You just never know.
you never know. And not only is it something that I think maybe you may need to talk about, even though I know that you know the answer, the whole point is what's resonating with people. There's
What's
people that
resonating
are
with
staying
people.
in things. You and I know people right now who are staying in things that's over,
Totally true.
whether it's jobs, relationships, whatever.
For sure, and this is definitely no disrespect to my ex-husband. He's a good human. It's not him. It's a marriage always takes two people, and I will get slack for this. I have no doubt, because we have a lot of people who thought they really knew what our lives were like, and were very disappointed in me when I detoured from that and just said, "Hey, that's not going to work for me anymore." most women, I can tell you, so if you're a man listening to this and you're probably wanting to punch me after I say this, but most women will tell you what they need over and over, and then they're going to stop.
Yes.
On the flip side, I mean, guys are, and I can only speak from a woman's perspective, but I can tell you when a woman is done, she's done. And there's no turning back that chapter typically. In my marriage, it certainly wasn't someone's fault. It was life. And I added a whole bunch of crazy ass stress to my marriage for years and years and years. I don't know. I always thought it was God. I don't know. Now, and I love God and all that stuff, and we don't have to get a big spiritual thing about it, but
We can.
I was always doing the next thing that I thought would make the world better, or my contribution to the world. We adopted a couple of times internationally. Then I became a reluctant foster parent, and it was only because I was scared to do that, because I'm a lover big time of people, and I was thinking about, like, man, I don't want to get my heart broken. And of course you do, because that's how foster parenting is. But I really kind of, I spearheaded all those things. And when I was married, my partner had to kind of come alongside all that. And a lot of that, when I think back, probably was not necessarily a two-way street.
Yeah.
And so that's mine, 100%. And there's never like a blame game with us, because we're just regular people. But I knew. And, we'd gone to counseling and we'd had different things for lots of years, off and on. And I just never felt like we could communicate in a way near those last years to get any resolution. And so what happens sometimes as a woman, especially, being a mom, and I had all these kids, and honestly, we used to kind of joke around with our friends, because we have this group of friends and we all have a ton of kids, and most of us, we've all adopted. And so we always used to say, like, oh, no one could ever get a divorce because we have so many kids, and that's not funny now thinking back of it. But man, sometimes you could just only handle so much. And I guess that's what I would say, because it's hard for me to talk about, but
Thank you.
everybody has a breaking point. And we make mistakes, and no one made a mistake outside of our marriage or anything like that. But man, it was really, really hard for my kids that I couldn't figure it out. So when I left, it just had a domino effect on
I get it.
everything. And we were a pretty public family, which was not really my choice. That's not really what I had wanted. But you kind of get labeled certain things, based on who you are in smaller towns, and so we just had a lot of people really disappointed, that we weren't who they thought that we were. So I guess that's another thing I would love to say to people. Everybody's just trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
No one does. And if someone seems like they have a perfect life, man, you better watch out, because it's probably so much more jacked than you can imagine. We're all just trying to figure it out. And sometimes it just becomes a pressure cooker,
Yeah.
And so, that's just the sad reality. And I think a lot of people can probably relate to that. There's probably a lot of people in that situation that I was kind of in for years. And I want to just say, do something about it before
Right.
you get done. Because once you're done, it's hard to turn back.
I think what I learned, you and I traveled the same path,
Yeah.
sort of kind of same timeline. I've been divorced about 6.5 years and married for 19. Amicable-ish, if you can call that. Like, we did our own divorce. We didn't even have attorneys. We just did it because we were both at that place. But to your point, we had been there a long time. And that I ultimately hurt, I think, more than if we had, been able to handle it, which would have required both of us to get very honest about things and places and things and needs and all that we were unwilling to do. Because we walked into this marriage with ideology, and that almost never works. And so I think a lot of people do. I don't know that this is what you did, but I think it's not unusual when you're in an unhappy marriage or an unhappy relationship or an unhappy career, you find other outlets.
Yeah.
And you start spinning all the plates, and that you get energy from that, and it makes you feel good. And then all of a sudden you're like, where'd that connection, at tenuous at best, and now it's just gone.
Yeah.
And yeah, I can remember saying at some point, there'll be nothing left. I can remember saying that out loud. And then it got there and it was quiet. Wasn't big, loud, nothing. There was something that happened and I just went, I can't do this anymore.
Yeah.
I just can't do it anymore. We were not public, and it's unfortunate that we do attach our own. We want to see families be perfect, which is crap. There is no perfect.
Right.
No person is perfect. No family is perfect. Nothing is perfect. I love the man that I'm with, and we have a great relationship. And the one thing that I can say is perfect is we have always been solution seeking when we have had to walk through things together. And that's different. Yeah. Instead of finding diversions, we're walking it together. But is it perfect? No.
Right.
No. He just had to see me through a time, and I'm sure that he was like, okay.
They see the real deal.
Time to pick your head up here. Not sure what's going on, but yeah. Yeah, well, thank you for being raw.
Sure.
There's 25 questions in there, and I saw that one, and I promise you, I was like, that's what's coming out of the bowl.
Man.
I knew it, because you can add so much depth to that.
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah.
Like, I fully believe that inside this show, as much as this is like a pet passion project of mine, it is to help people tell the truth.
Right.
I actually toyed with the name of this podcast being Let the Lie Go.
I like that.
Because we all walk around carrying lies. We just do. And sometimes we've told them for so long we don't even recognize them as lies anymore.
Yeah. And they're mostly to ourselves.
Oh, yeah.
To ourselves.
For sure.
We're awful to ourselves, especially as women. I don't know, because I'm not a man. I don't know how men think, but I see that in my business every day as women. We beat ourselves up for the things we don't feel good enough to do,
Yeah.
And I just want people to have freedom, man, because it sounds very, everybody thinks I'm such a hippie, but I'm like, when you live a certain way for so long, and then you realize, like, whoa, I can actually live this very simple life, and it doesn't have to be complicated, and you don't have to be chasing after the next thing. It is, like, seriously freeing.
It is. You're exactly right. Free is the right word. I don't know why it takes us into our 50s to get to that.
I know. I would never want to go younger.
Me either.
Because people all the time, they're like, well, you're how old? And I'm like, I know. And I'm like, I would never want to be younger. And that's just me, because I've been through different things in my life in different seasons. But, like, this is my favorite season. 100%. I mean.
Why is that?
I'm just happy. And like I said, my life I don't have any debt.
That's huge.
And like, for me, if anybody could see what my life used to look like, it was suffocating for me. My dad, not my dad that raised me, but my biological dad, he had always had money issues my whole life, and, like, it was just insane. And so I always had this big fear, and then I ended up living in that world for a long time.
Money blueprints. That's
even
a real
though we
thing.
made plenty of it, it was always gone. And to be living a simple life, I live in a simple house. It's paid for. I never thought I would, and here I am at 52. I never thought, based on my past, I would be out of that. But, like, I just made it my dead serious priority to get where I had no debt. And it is very, very freeing.
It is.
Yeah. Sexuality, all that stuff, just to be
It's light.
free. Oh, my gosh.
You
Yeah.
breathe.
Yeah. Just enjoy, just to have joy. It's not complicated. Well, we make it that way.
Oh.
But when it's not, it's just freaking awesome.
Yeah, we try to march to somebody else's beat.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
Sure.
I feel like that whole story resonates with a lot of people and likely helped a few people.
I hope so.
And that's what you do. You bring people together.
That's the mission.
It's a pretty good one.
Yeah, I think so too.
I like it. I like it. All right, should we tackle a
scared.
belief?
I'm scared.
You should. The lightning round is last. I didn't even tell you about that
Oh
one.
gosh, is this one? Is that what this is?
Yeah.
Belief. Dig deeper in here. What belief do you currently question?
You may not have any.
I'm a God person, but, like, I don't get in people's lanes, so I really, if you had asked me this 6 years ago, I would have had a whole bunch of them, but I don't know. I just have a different vibe with God. What is God? God is love. And for me, that's end of the day. How should I be living? I should be living just like him. If God's love, then that's my job. It's not my job to figure out who's going to heaven. It's not my job to figure out about, what's moral and what's immoral based on what the Bible says. That's God's job. And so I just have a lot of freedom in it. Like, so, years ago, yes, I would have been like, I have all these questions about who's, but I just don't, because it's just not my lane. I just stay in my lane now, and it's great.
So I think what I heard you just say is you're just flowing.
I really am. And I know that sounds like bullshit.
I
feel
it does.
that. I mean, but like, it's just the truth. And I have really, really great friends who are hardcore about their religion and hardcore about politics and all those things. And everybody can have your own lane, but that's not mine. Mine is like, I know where I stand and I'm confident where I stand. And it's not my job to make sure anybody else feels like me or that I win somebody over. If I want to represent who God is in my life, the best thing I can do is love people unconditionally. That's it. And I think that speaks volumes more than me doing 10,000 other things that a lot of people are doing right now to prove their point.
Oh, I 100% agree with that. I think the flow thing I think sometimes that comes with age too, but I also think you have to be open to it. The belief that I have had to question here lately is creation versus receiving. Mm-hmm. And I think that there's both, but I think when it comes to being a woman, the power of learning how to receive makes our worlds multiply. And it doesn't mean that I don't have a vision and that I'm not actively like thinking and doing things, but like that's sort of I've grown up in this culture of do.
Right.
Go get it, work like a man, and
except we can work like a woman.
Which is better.
Well, I mean, it's just different.
It is different.
And it can be. But even just that phrase, work like a man.
Yeah.
Who made that up?
A man?
I mean, I don't know. It's not a diss on guys, but
not.
like
I mean,
women take on an insane amount in their regular lives every day. And it never ends. I see that with women in their 30s. I see it with women in the 80s in my clinic. It never ends. We are caregivers for everybody and all the time, and we do all the things, and we're give, and we hardly ever really truly take care of ourselves. That's why we have issues with our weight. That's why we have issues with drinking too much or spending too much or, fill in the blank, because we're not taking care of ourselves.
No, we're not. One of the things in my 9-to-5 life that I'm working with one of my young advisors on that we're really focused on is do one thing a day that brings you joy. One thing.
One.
The struggle.
That's awesome.
The struggle. She's 25. And she was like, I just feel like I need to be doing this and this and this. And today I said, but what if you flipped that script and realized that the one thing is going to move everything that you are looking at that needs to go forward?
So true.
Like, really. Like, I love to come and do your red light bed. And it is crazy how I have to like talk myself into, I have 15 minutes. I got 15 minutes that I can lay here.
How insane, right? I have 50. Can I have 15 minutes? Just that's all I'm needing. Just could I get that?
Can I just lay here? Yeah,
In the
15
whole
minutes.
day.
And I think that's typical.
Yeah. It really is.
Okay, this has been fun, but it's not over.
Okay.
It's the lightning round.
Oh, kapow. Is there a sound effect that goes with that? Oh, yeah.
There will be. Tommy, my producer, who gets named in almost every show, and I'm probably going to get taken to task for it eventually, is going to help me create lots of things.
Ooh.
Yeah, he just learned that just now.
Can't wait. Can't wait.
All right, so here we go. Don't think, just answer. I know, it's kind of hard. Have you ever reinvented yourself just to prove someone wrong?
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
Duh.
Desired or deeply understood?
Desired.
I love that. All right, hormones, libido, through life. What is the most misunderstood thing about women in midlife?
Most misunderstood?
Yep.
Most women don't realize anymore, once we kind of hit the menopause thing, like sex goes out of our brain, but it's because of what's happened with our hormones. But most women, if we'll just get back what we were missing, you can have an outstanding sex life, your last half.
Yeah.
It's possible. It's possible. It's possible.
Yeah, it's not about your partner or yourself. It's actually just hormones.
No, it's not about your partner at all.
Yeah, well.
You can do that with yourself. You can do it with a partner. I mean, just be real.
It's true.
That's
right.
real, because we can
real.
actually do what we want. And it doesn't take a partner for that. But
No.
that, you're just saying, that's what makes you feel sexy. That's what makes you feel like like you can go and do anything you want. Like it's that woman power, and we can have that. We help women in their 80s all the time, and
That's
it's
amazing.
phenomenal.
I had a woman walk in my office the other day that said, I know her, and she just randomly turned around and she said, tell your friends you can have fun in your 70s.
Ooh,
I was like,
heck yes.
well, okay. I don't know why we're saying it, but I am going to tell people
Yeah.
that, right? Yeah, you can. So, all right, single mama 5. What is the survival skill you have learned that should be taught in MBA programs?
Oh my gosh, am I getting so much trouble for this?
Do it. Say it. Day it.
Okay, I have a reoccurring deal on my calendar every month where I kind of all my kids kind of sync up, like with their
smart.
monthly stuff, and
You are going to get in trouble.
hopefully they won't hear it. But I am telling you, because forever I'd be like, come home and I'd be like, what the hell happened? It was like a tornado and people wanted to murder me. And then I remember like when one of my certain kids, I won't say her name, but it was like I was just noticing, and my kids are all almost 2 years apart, and so like I would just get out of it with one of them, and then the other one would like be horrible and just want to like murder me. It was insane, but it's all hormonal. But then unfortunately, like there's a sync up situation that can happen with
Do you
families.
go on vacation?
No, I just have I know the exact date. I can tell you right now if you ask me. I know the date of the month, and it happens within that window because Eric, my ex-husband, and I always switch back and forth with our kids mostly. He doesn't get this, and I wish he could because his life would be so much easier. And I just know that week I come home from work, and we don't really – I'm like, everybody can do whatever. And they know. They're like, oh, Mom's coming in. I'll text everybody. I'm like, tonight we do what we want. And then I buy pizza, and if everybody can, kind of convenes in the living room, cool. And if they don't, cool. And you just give it like a 2-day window. Sure enough, next couple of days, then everybody's like back on track, living their best lives. But it used to genuinely like made me feel like I was losing my mind every month, But it's just, we're all going through hormonal stuff, and when you're younger, like it can represent.
All right, so how to translate that to an MBA program? I think that it translates as
no, because I'm not on
sync
smart
up
like that.
schedules, but give a window for people to naturally come back together in a more cohesive situation, rather than demanding everybody get along when everything in their system is telling
it's
you
out of whack.
Yeah.
You just freedom. Just like freedom to be. I wrote this book a long time ago, and it was part of it. The tagline was "Freedom to Be," and I was like, "Man, that's exactly what we're doing in this situation too," because we just need space. Because everything's on their nerves. And I remember those days.
Oh yeah.
And you just want to give them space. Like, do whatever you want. Just don't hurt each other. There's like my 2 younger ones. They either love each other or they want to hurt each other. And I'm like, everybody just take a corner. My house isn't that big, but everybody just take your space and just roll on. And then it's usually good in a couple of days. I know that sounds like ridiculous, but I'm serious. It's changed my full life.
No, I actually
really
think that, I actually think that could serve like Army combat, naval situation. Like I think that could serve. There's some wisdom there, people. So, well, Chantelle, thank you for coming on. Thank you for being a part of my first, not first episode, but my first. Like this is something I've dreamt about for a long time.
I love it. You're going to do amazing. I can't wait to.
I love
track
that I have these kick-ass friends who are doing amazing things. So thank you for being on, and thank you all for listening to Fishbowl Roulette.